that'll move you towards amazing car control. In this video, we're going to cover how you should approach your practice, then move into the drills, close it out with some sample training plans for y'all to follow. First, we're going to talk about the mentality of improving our aerial car control. At the very base level, aerial car control is the ability to move the car the way you want to. How do you practice that? Well, it's actually really simple. It all boils down to difficult hand movements, motor tasks, which when you repeat them often enough, they become part of your muscle memory. So if you can't hit arrows like Jazer, all that means is you're lacking the hand coordination. So we're going to do drills that'll expose you to lots of difficult hand movements, and then load you with tons of repetition in a short amount of time until each movement becomes muscle memory. Then it'll feel easy and natural to do. One more thing on mentality. You should view improvement in car control based on those two things: how difficult the hand movements you're practicing and how much you're repeating that movement. If you put in the effort and the time, all of a sudden you're in a game and you hit something like this without really thinking about it. Let's begin with drill 1, hover and twist without air roll. All you do is jump, try to stay afloat without air rolling. When you're comfortable, start moving the car around in random directions and see if you can learn to recover. If you lose control of the car and experience a blackout, it's possible in a game. Really close and do tiny adjustments to slower with air roll, which is the same drill as last, except we're going to add both air roll and down and sideways arrows as well. You can also throw in some non-air roll twists to challenge. What you want to do is aerial towards a wall at speed. It's definitely doable on a standard workshop, but it's the effort and especially that great warm-up. Then you have some ball cast while practicing so that you don't become too bored. There's some great Rocket League podcasts and Lawler and Johnny Boys, That's the Thing. Lee's podcasts are all dojo. Both of those interview pro level.
Hi. Most people know me for my award-winning comedy, but
game that aren't immediately obvious, and may I also compliment you on your impeccable taste, sir/madam. As that video was so very successful, and because our creative well is running so very, very dry, we decided to remake it pretty much frame for frame. Only this time, instead of including tips people might actually use, we're sharing a bunch of super advanced stuff that barely anyone can even begin to imagine to be able to try and attempt to pull off. Why? I don't know, lol. So without further ado, we present to you our sub-palmy army, Team Rocket's top 10 most difficult to master yet important to know, at least in certain situations if you already play at a high enough level, moves that will hopefully help you win more Rocket League matches. Snappy. We will start simple. If you're going backwards and the ball's going forwards, you can be overtaken by pretty much anyone with boost. That is a problem. Fortunately, there are a couple of ways to turn around quick. Jumping and rotating 100 degrees in the air is one way. Another is to hold the handbrake button and the reverse button at the same time, turn, then let go of reverse and hold down accelerate as soon as you're facing forward. It's practical and it's pretty. What is not to love?
Move your back against the wall, girl.
Here's another tip that's almost useful. Barrel rolling in the air can both stabilise your car and lead to some super cool goals. Ryan, who recently switched his barrel roll button to L1 instead of the default square, is currently learning how to do this well. In the meantime, watch some more talented players than us to see how it's done consistently. Think Cooksey or Cronovi.
Here's a move that few in the world have mastered. When dribbling, which may or may not be the next tutorial video, you can time your side swipe so the ball magically rolls onto your roof. Once it's there, you can keep it there by driving at just the right speed. When your opponent tries to tackle you, just single or double jump and you should be able to lob them. The only way to master this is to take to free play and pretty much experiment. Hit the ball to the right and then drive across it and see if you can maneuver the ball on top of your car. As a defender, I can confirm this is an incredibly annoying move, so if you could refrain from mastering it, that'd be just great.
Deep inside.
At one point, a high ball behind you meant certain doom if your opponent had so much as a modicum of a little bit about him. You could only stay grounded and await the inevitable, an easy aerial into your goal. The reverse aerial changed this. Jump, tilt back, and boost, and your car will sail backwards through the sky like an inbred pigeon hell-bent on blocking an enemy shot or scoring one of your own. Just make sure ball cam is on so you
Deep inside.
high ball behind you meant certain doom if your opponent had so much as a modicum of a little bit about it. You could only stay grounded and await the inevitable, an easy aerial into your goal. The reverse aerial changed this. Jump, tilt back, and boost, and your car will sail backwards through the sky like an inbred pigeon hell-bent on blocking an enemy shot or scoring one of your own. Just make sure ball cam is on so you can actually see the ball, unless you're trying to use the force, Luke. The best way to practice this is in rookie aerial training. Just turn your car around and smack them balls.
Hello everybody, my name is Physio Kid, and this is a quick note that I was the one who should be credited with pioneering the reverse aerial. Without me, it would never have been a viable move in supersonic acrobatics rocket battle cars, and I deserve some of the credit for that.
Thanks, Vince.
As you can see from this forum post, many people insisted that reverse aerials were just for show and would never become a viable maneuver in a competitive environment. I, however, disagreed, which I should get most of the credit for. I think it's fair to say that time has proved all these haters wrong, and thus by definition, me correct. That is to say that reverse arrows are indeed and incredibly valuable. I would even argue necessary, because I am not unintelligent. Skill for the top players to have.
Thanks.
I really should get all the credit for that. Someone give me credit.
If thine car is in thine opponent's half and thy ball is in thine air, you can still get a solid hit that sends it towards their goal instead of yours. Just fly up at about 45 degrees, tilt your car backwards in mid-air, and try and make solid contact with the thing. Note that this is a very, 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 very slow way to aerial, and it's only really useful as a way to block your opponent's hit. Also remember that it leaves you with, like, no momentum, so all you can do afterwards is just flop to the ground. And if the ball's directly above your head, it should be your teammates to hit. Basically, this move usually sucks, but, you know, looks cool though, innit? You dare suggest that hitting the ball once in the air is the ultimate test of skill? Pah! I laugh at your patheticality and nubiciousity. Try continuing your aerial after the first contact to hit it twice, then get back to me. For bonus points, hit the ball twice before it lands. Then we'll see about replacing Ryan with you in Team Rocket. We'll talk about wall hits in general in a couple of tutorials time, but here's a quick advanced tip that can lead to some sweet goals. If you jump off the wall and make contact with the ball, you can continue flying in the air. Controlling these is super hard, as your car may start at a weird angle, but with a bit of lateral thinking and a cheeky barrel roll, you can regain control in no time. Did someone say, montage? According to statistics, literally everyone knows you can dodge at the end of an aerial for added precision and power. But what if you run out of time for the second dodge? The answer is a simple barrel roll. Barrel rolling just before you hit the ball can make you connect with it a few milliseconds earlier. Sometimes, even this deftest of touches can be enough to flick the ball over your opponent and into the goal. Just gorgeous. Think of this tip as a direct sequel to number 8. Number 9, if you will. A double jump gets you higher, faster, than doing a single jump and then boosting. Although you sacrifice the dodge at the end of the aerial, double jumping can help you reach a ball that's sailing high above your head. You know when you're the last line of defense and you're about to be logged? Double jumping and then aerialing backwards can fix that. Just hope your teammate is quick to clear the rebound, because if making contact with the ball is that tough, completely clearing it to safety is nigh on impossible, and sometimes the ball will drop just in front of your goal line, whatever you do. A lot of people have been asking us how we kick off, and to be honest, when I kick off, I just boost to the ball and dodge at the end. And there is nothing wrong with that, it's perfectly valid. However, some players like to do crazy flips and shit to get that split second edge. Because I'm too stubborn to learn myself, I'll just read the notes Ryan gave me verbatim. To get to the ball first, hold down R2 and boost right from the get-go. Just before you hit that first boost pad, dodge diagonally forward towards the ball, while still holding the boost button. Stop boosting when your car is facing the ground, and then start boosting again just before your car has finished its dodge motion. If you can aim to land right at the bottom of the ball, you can hit it high and wide, right around your opponent. There you go. Simple, isn't it? There you have it, folks. 10 of the coolest and hardest to achieve Rocket League moves for your viewing pleasure. If there's one your car has finished its dodge motion, if you can aim to land right at the bottom of the ball, you can hit it high and wide, right around your opponent. There you go. Simple, isn't it? There you have it, folks. 10 of the coolest and hardest to achieve Rocket League.
Oh man, this video has taken me way too long to make. It's taken me way too long to upload. I've been working on this for the last few days and it has been an absolute mess. I mean, theoretically, if you're watching this video right now, it means that I finally got this video done and uploaded to YouTube, but I really wish that future Mike could just tell past Mike that he's gonna get through this video and give him maybe some words of encouragement, because this video has taken way too much of my time and effort in the last few days. But anyways, I've wanted to make an ultimate tips video for Rocket League for quite a while. I wanted a video where everybody from beginner to intermediate can come and find a ton of information from all areas of Rocket League, find a lot of good resources, and basically just have like a one-stop shop, one video to get it all done, or at least one video to get it started, so people don't have to continuously scour the internet for all kinds of information regarding this game. Hopefully what I've created is a very good starting place for everybody who wants to improve their skill at Rocket League. However, I did try to include a lot of advanced techniques and advanced tips in this game, just so you can get at least familiar with it. It's not going to be the most in-depth guide, but I want to contain as much information from a broad spectrum as possible. So I've put in hundreds of hours into this game on console, on PC, at 60 frames per second, at 144 frames per second. I have made several videos on the game with well over 1 million views just on my Rocket League content. Granted, not all of it is tutorials, but most importantly, I have made a ridiculous amount.
Yo, what up guys, Mason here, and I'm back with another Rocket League tutorial. This technique will beat you to the ball like 100% of the time. And of course, if you can learn this at the lower ranks, you will have a huge contest at all. Everyone else who's doing this technique will beat you to the ball like 100% of the time. And of course, if you can learn this at the lower ranks, you will have a huge advantage over people who are only doing more basic aerial methods. So, let's get into the tutorial. Hey, if you're looking for people to play Link app, to unlock and stream basically every day, and I love hanging out with you guys, double jump and the double jump aerial. So I'm going to cover those two really quickly because the fast aerial is essentially a hybrid of the two. So the single jump aerial is something that you probably learned at the very beginning of the game when you need to reach a ball that's a little bit higher. Sometimes the double jump aerial is viable, but the most viable, the most efficient and best method out of all of these, if you need to reach a ball that's higher in the air, or you just need to get to a ball really fast, faster than an opponent, or get higher than them so you can dunk them, you need to learn how to do what's called the fast aerial, and that's what it looks like right there. And like I said, it's a hybrid of the two. In order to do a fast aerial, here are the steps. You need to start out by doing a single jump aerial. So again, you're jumping once, tilting your car up in the air, and boosting all at the same time. Now remember what I just said, you have 1.5 seconds after you tap the jump button once to use your second jump. But instead of using our second jump to dodge into the ball for a more powerful hit, we're just going to let the analog stick reset to the centermost position in the center of the analog stick, and then use our jump just by tapping the jump button without any directional input on the analog stick. Now what this does is it combines your single jump with a second jump, and the second jump pushes you into the air even higher and faster. Another fun fact that you should know is that the longer you hold your initial jump button, the higher your car will jump in the air. So look at this really quickly. So if I just tap the jump button, I don't jump very high, right? But if I actually hold the jump button, look how much higher I jump. This is just a single jump, right? Single jump height with a long hold on the jump button versus a little tap. It's a little itty bitty hop versus like a pretty prolonged, high jump. So when you're doing the fast aerial, it's also wise to hold down that jump button for a long time, not longer than 1.5 seconds. Of course, you need to use your second jump within 1.5 seconds, but instead of just tapping the jump button and then aerialing, what you should do is hold the jump button while you're aerialing. Oops, I kind of beamed it right there. Hold on. So hold it and then fire off your second jump, and you'll notice a pretty significant, spurt in height if you need to get to a ball that's really high up. Now, of course, you might run into a common problem when trying to learn how to do a fast aerial, and that's the backflip. The Fields backflip, man, and this will happen if you're trying to rush the second jump too much and you haven't released the analog stick and let it reset to the centermost position. So when I was trying to learn how to do these consistently and trying to, train my muscle memory to not backflip every time, what I would actually do is after I tilted up for this first single jump, made sure that my nose was pointing in the air properly, I would actually completely take my thumb off of the left analog stick before letting my other thumb hit the jump button again. So once again, if you're finding yourself backflipping a lot, try to train yourself to release the left analog stick completely before you tap the jump button for a second time. And that's it for the tutorial on fast aerials. It's a pretty short tutorial, but this is a very, very important technique, so make sure that you learn to master this. Like I said, if you can do this at the higher ranks, you'll be okay, and if you can do this at the lower ranks, you'll be really okay. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you slap a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, and after you've got this mastered, make sure you go download the GamerLink mobile app. Once again, link is in the description below. It will allow you to find players to play with, rank up with, play casually, whatever. So now that you're ready to go dunk on people using the fast aerial, make sure you go find some teammates to play with. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys over on the Twitch live stream at twitch.tv/MasonR90. And until next time, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.
These days, everyone wants everything fast, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. That's why small business owners like you need a fast network. So Spectrum Business gives you the fastest internet starting speeds, helping your small business run as fast as it needs to.
We will be going over 8 skills you need to have in Rocket League in order to be a dribbler week. Just keep working at it and it'll click sooner or later. Let's talk about dribbling.
Now I know there are tons of other videos out there that when dribbling, most like this, you have to start trusting your ability to line yourself up. It's over and over. And so the ball's movement is always different after each touch. Let's see what happens when we eliminate that movement. When moving in a straight line, it becomes much easier to control the ball as it reacts to only a single point of contact on your car. In order to move in a straight line like this, you have to start trusting your ability to line yourself up. It's very easy to doubt yourself and think,
maybe if I move just a little more, I can get a better touch.
But you have to resist that urge, and if your first lineup isn't correct, that's okay. You have to give yourself the opportunity to learn what was wrong with your first lineup, but if you always correct, you'll never get the chance to find out if your first movement was right or not, and if it's not, how to correct it from there. This is not only a skill you should use for dribbling, being able to trust your first attempt at correcting your movement is essential if you ever want to learn to play efficiently. Making your first movement the right movement is how you become efficient and consistent. Now it's just a matter of practicing that control. Once you get the straight movement down, we need to move on to how to control the ball when it's on your car like this. Most players make the mistake of holding gas and feathering only their boost. It's crucial to understand how each of these accelerators affect your car's speed. To do this, let's stop thinking about feathering and start thinking of it as only using acceleration when I need to. Practice first with just gas. Only use gas when you need it. Allow yourself to coast freely when you don't. And when you find yourself needing more speed again, use just as much gas as you need to keep the ball balanced on your car. This will teach you how much acceleration gas gives you on its own. Now do the same thing, but this time with only boost. Your goal should be to, over time, be able to indefinitely hold this ball up while only using gas or only using boost. Once you can accomplish something like this, you understand exactly how much these inputs affect you individually. You should now understand when to use which one and when to use both. Dribbling is not a hard task. The concept is hard, but once you know the method, the execution becomes easy. Focus mainly on your gas, as this is what determines your true control of the ball, and boost primarily controls the speed at which you carry the ball, and sometimes allows you to speed up enough to catch that lost dribble.
Do you still have those nightmares, baby? Where you see me, you still tell yourself you hate me. Unbelieving lately. I know I'm still the villain of your story. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. Didn't kill you, didn't kill you. But I was there too, I was there too. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. 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 Maybe I can't learn my lesson. The same intentions, I can't find that same connection. Do you remember? I know I'm still the villain of your story. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. Didn't kill you, didn't kill you. But I was there too, I was there too. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. You don't even know me. Don't even know. 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 You don't even know. You don't even know me. We were never done. You were always the one. Never done. But too close to the sun. Fuck that beat. Fuck that beat. Trust me, baby. Do the night. Trust me, baby. Baby, baby. Call it out. Oh, baby. Keep running to you, keep running to you. But so I keep running to you, keep running to you. Fuck that beat. Fuck that beat.
about the love we made. Forget about the past mistakes. Cause all you ever did was change. And I hate being with you, but I just cannot be alone. All the promises you break, you get me at a distance, babe. I don't wanna see your face, but I hate being alone. Yeah, I hate being alone. But I hate being alone. Yeah, I hate being alone. But I hate being alone. Yeah, I hate being alone. the past mistakes. Cause all you ever did was change, and I hate being with you, but I just cannot be alone. All the promises you break, you get me at a distance, babe. Now I don't wanna see your face, but I hate being alone, yeah, I hate being alone. But I hate being alone, yeah, I hate being alone. But I hate being alone, yeah, I hate being alone.
Everything's new to me. Sleepless in a distant dream. Slowing up the speed. Crawling out the windows, take a step back. From what you've heard to what you see now. One time, one word. After all, you still believed in me. After all, you still now. After all, you still believed in me. You still believed in me. After all, you still believed in me. I'm crawling out the windows, take a step back. From what you've heard to what you see now. One time, one word. After all, you still believed in me. After all, you still now. After all, you still believed in me. You still believed in me.
Do you still have those nightmares, baby? Where you see me, you still tell yourself you hate me. Don't believe it lately. I know I'm still the villain of your story. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. Didn't kill you, didn't kill you, but I was there too, I was there too. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. 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 Maybe I can't learn my lesson. The same intentions, I can't find that same connection. Do you remember? I know I'm still the villain of your story. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. Didn't kill you, didn't kill you, but I was there too, I was there too. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. You don't even know me. Don't even love. 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 You don't even know. You don't even know me.
Sunset, I'm dancing with your silhouette. You undress, I'm falling back in love again. We're dancing in the sunset. We're dancing in the sunset. We're dancing in the sunset. Dancing in the sunset. And I know me when I kiss your lips, I wanna know where is that. What a summer little lover, driving you down to the ocean. I see it, you want it. I see it, you want it. No need to talk about it. This is all we ever wanted. dancing with your silhouette. You undressed, falling back in love again. We're dancing in the sunset. 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 And I know it when I kiss your lips. I wanna know where it is at. What a summer little lover, driving you down to the ocean. I see it, you want it. I see it, you want it. No need to talk about it. This is all we ever wanted. Falling back in love again. Falling back in love again. Love again. Love again. Love again. Love again.
Hey, buddy. Got your mic off?
Oops, yeah, good catch. What's up, man?
Hey, how you been?
Pretty good, man, pretty good. You trying to play some Rocket League?
Not right now. I want to probably chill for like 30 minutes, 20 minutes or so before getting in, because
okay,
you know, you need that mental break from your day.
Yeah, I feel you.
But hey, no, question for you. So my brother just got accepted into the Air Force Academy.
Okay.
Now, do you know anything about the academies yourself? Did you ever attend one?
Let me make this shot. I can tell you some. I can tell you the info I know.
All right.
There's 13 seconds left, so I'm just gonna wait for the round.
No problem, no problem.
Oh yeah, baby! Yes! We were tied and I just fucking scored. 5 seconds left.
Oh, nice.
I really wanted to have that conversation. Shit.
But no, but you won, right?
5 seconds left. Let's pull some miraculous bullshit out their ass. There we go. Alright, kill the bull. So, what did you want to know about the Air Force Academy? Like, what happens when you go there, or why?
After.
After? So, they'll make Butterbar. There'll be a lieutenant in the Air Force. So there'll be an officer. And is he going active duty, guard, or reserve?
I'm not sure on that.
Okay. I don't know if you.
That's figured out before he attends, though, right?
I'm not sure on that one. I think that you go to the school first, because it's kind of like a college. It's,
right.
It's gonna get your associate's degree and then your bachelor's your bachelor's in the Air Force. I'm not sure how worldly known that bachelor's is. What's up? And so he'll have his degree, and then he'll go through officer training school, and after that, depending if he picked guard or active duty or reserve, that will depict where he goes in location. So if he wants to go guard, he can go anywhere he wants. He can choose whatever state he wants. If he goes active duty, he has no choice. If he goes reservist, he has the choice as well to do whatever he wants. Guard has an active
like guard will activate a lot more. Reservist is still considered a civilian.
Mm-hmm.
I think his best choice when it comes to worrying about what's going to happen after, well, he's going to have a good paying job full time. He's going to have amazing benefits, and he's going to be able to start his own life.
Yeah, he's actually going to study engineering. He's not sure what he wants to do yet, but that's what he's going in for.
So he likes maintenance, huh?
I don't think he's not hands on as of right now, but
that changes, man.
I think.
That changes. I used to hate maintenance, and now I'm a fucking aircraft mechanic.
yeah. Oh, that's good. All right. Let me, like I said, let me come back, and I guess we can play some. If you
dude.
be on.
Of course. Just make sure you fully support him. That's it's a hard decision to make.
And this is gonna be like the first time he's been away for any amount of time.
Yeah.
You know, from Florida all the way to freaking Colorado.
Yeah, that's crazy. They're gonna grow him up.
That's for sure. Yeah.
They really will. That's a lot of training. He'll go through the college, which is military training the whole time. And then he'll go to officer training school, which is military training the whole time.
Damn.
And then he might have more training depending on what job he goes. So if he wants to fly, or if he wants to be air crew, or...
So essentially the world's his oyster once he gets in. Or, starts going.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The world's his oyster, essentially.
After, yes. When he joins, he's going to be a prisoner until he gets done with military training. And then he's released to do... I mean, he's going to be a completely different person for the positive.
Crazy.
So, yeah, it's... Hopefully he makes it, and hopefully he tries and he really goes into it, like, thinking forward. And, I mean, if he's asking the question of what happens after, then, I mean, it's going to be cake.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But, yeah, I'll let you do your little download thing. My wife just came home, so I'm going to hang out with her a little bit.
All right, man. I'll be right back. Or we'll see each other later.
Yeah, dude. See ya.